Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology. So in today's video, we will speak about Saturn coming out of combustion from 22nd March 2024. As we know, Saturn was very close to the Sun, that is within 8 degrees from 17th February 2024 till around 22nd March 2024. And now on 22nd March 2024, Saturn comes out of combustion, that is the separation in terms of degrees between Saturn and the Sun is now more than 8 degrees. So now what happens next? What is the impact of Saturn coming out of combustion on the world? Now, as I explained to you in my earlier video, when Saturn becomes combust, law and order goes out of control because Saturn is responsible for discipline, order, law, judiciary, and when Saturn is close to Sun, protests against the government start increasing. So you saw the farmers protest happening around 13th of Feb 2024 and it is still going on. Now, when a planet is combust, it is close to the king, the Sun is the king, and it is like a special duty has been assigned to that planet. So the normal work of that planet suffers in the duration for which it was combust. However, as soon as Saturn comes out of combustion, it comes in proximity to Mars and Venus. In fact, Venus and Saturn are at exact 18 degrees when Saturn comes out of combustion. Mars is a bit far away, but even then, these three planets are in the same sign. And what does Mars represent? Mars represents the armed forces. Mars represents the army. Mars represents the police force. Saturn represents the common person, the protesters. And Sun represents the government. Now you can see that Sun has moved into the last sign of Pisces and it is in close proximity now to Mercury and Rahu. Now Rahu represents false allegations. Rahu is like a shadow on the Sun, that is a shadow on the government. So during this time period now, lot of false allegations will be made against the government or attempts will be made to bring down the government because this is happening in the last zodiac sign of Pisces, which also indicates liberation, isolation, imprisonment, confinement. All these things are indicated by the sign of Pisces. So when Sun comes with Rahu, it means a lot of corrupt politicians can suddenly go to jail. So people in power need to be very careful in this time. And this also tallies with Saturn becoming direct. Now, when Saturn becomes direct, what is going to happen? The work which he has left unfinished because of the special task given to him by the king, he will now start taking those tasks on priority, which means that now Saturn starts doing justice in a very fast-paced manner, because there is a pending backlog which he has to finish. As soon as Saturn comes out of combustion, within a few days you will find many people in power or corrupt politicians suddenly going to jail. The government will also face false allegations because Rahu is with the Sun. Rahu now casts a shadow on those in power, those in authority. And this being the last zodiac sign, it represents imprisonment for corrupt politicians. Sun also represents politics. Rahu represents the corruption in politics. So when this Sun-Rahu combination gets formed in the sign of Pisces, it indicates imprisonment and confinement for the corrupt people. You can see Venus is with Saturn and Mars. Venus represents women. Saturn-Mars combination represents the aggression done against women will now be given justice. So the incidents that you are seeing in West Bengal, especially the Sandesh Khali incident, there you will see justice happening now. The judiciary will take a strong stand against such events and also imprison any politicians or people in power who are involved in such activities. Now, whenever the Saturn Mars combination happens in the sign of Aquarius, the regions to the north of India and the northeast of India, as well as the eastern regions of India, they get affected. So, the region of Delhi, the region of Manipur, Assam, as well as the region of West Bengal, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, those regions will now get affected. Any wrong things that have happened here, Saturn will now start doing justice. And in this process, the army will also get involved because Mars is with Saturn now. So definitely when I see this from an astrological perspective, I see a lot of violence possible in these regions, that is the northern regions of India such as Delhi, as well as the regions of West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Sikkim, and even parts of Bangladesh. As far as the Sun Rahu conjunction goes, that affects the northwestern portions of India as well as the countries to the northwest of India. So, in the regions of Pakistan, Afghanistan, those areas you will suddenly find corrupt politicians coming under trouble. Even the northern side of India, such as Delhi, the corrupt politicians there might suddenly go to jail. All these things will happen now once Saturn comes out of combustion. And the starting date for that is 22nd March 2024. So friends, two things will happen now. One is the government will start involving the army, the police force to take action against such corrupt politicians as well as those who have misused their power and harmed women in incidents such as the Sandesh Khali incident. The region of West Bengal, Delhi, Bangladesh, Manipur, Assam, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, all these regions in the north, northeast, and the eastern parts of India will be affected. I can also include the regions of Punjab and Haryana because they also come to the northern side of India. So, this is where the key actions will take place now. And now you will suddenly find the government becoming very aggressive against protesters, as well as the judiciary taking strong action against corrupt politicians. Now, this conjunction of Saturn Mars on the world front can bring some problems related to the regions of Sweden, Finland, Russia, and Ukraine. So, in this zone, new war fronts may open. That is, the Nordic regions may somehow now get involved in a war slowly over the next 2 to 3 months. So, Saturn Mars conjunction will affect the Nordic countries, is what I see. Saturn continues its aspect on Jupiter. Jupiter is the Jeev Karaka. So, definitely this violence, this protests, all these actions, all these things that will happen now will result in heavy loss of life across the world due to wars, as well as in India due to domestic riots, violence, and other incidents. I have already mentioned the regions where this will happen. So, friends, events will now start building up quickly, and you will see the months of April and May. They are going to be the most important months where drastic changes will happen. It is also election time in those months. And definitely before this happens, India will go through a very rough phase. On the world front also, there will be lot of challenges. New war fronts may open suddenly. Now one more thing is, because sun is with Rahu in the sign of Pisces, and sun indicates the government, the politician, and this sign of Pisces is the sign of liberation. It could indicate the assassination of a key politician from India, as sun rules the fourth house of Leo. This is because Rahu indicates deception, Rahu indicates fraud, and in the sign of Pisces, this could indicate the assassination of a key politician. So, friends, that's all from my end. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. For any queries, write to us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. You can also visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Bye. Take care and stay safe.